Now, people ask if moving to America when I was that age was difficult, but I was somewhat of an obese child. So if anything, going to America was like going to the homeland of my people. When I tell people I used to be a fat kid, they'll be like, oh, you must have been such a cute, chubby little child. Listen, nah, all right? It was a problem. I was so fat that my friends were worried about me, which is, if you know you're a young guy at that age, that's very unusual. Usually, if you're a guy at that age, anything weird about your friends make fun of. Like if you're a fat kid, your best friend will call you a fat fuck. You'll call him a retard. Someone else will call both of you gay, and that's how we showed love. That's how we used to bond. Outside of my friends, I got bullied. Though I was fat in the 90s, all right? There was no body positivity for me back then. Being fat in the 90s is like being a straight white guy now. Nobody cares about your feelings. Everyone's just mad at you for taking up space. It was a problem. It was rough. There was no Lizzo for me back then. No beautiful, charismatic musician to reassure a chubby young man that I was indeed still 100% that bitch. It just didn't work. The worst part, though, was moving back to Sri Lanka after getting even fatter in America, because at least when you're fat in America, you blend in. My mother was always real nice about it, though. She'd tell me stuff like, you shouldn't worry about all that. You should just do what you want and eat what you want. It doesn't matter what you look like. It doesn't matter what you look like. Very sweet lady. It doesn't matter what you look like. And as an adult, I can say that I have never been lied to so blatantly in my entire life. I remember losing the weight as a teenager and people I already knew being nicer to me every time they saw me skinnier. It's like they could feel how much more oxygen was available in the room. I lost the weight very quickly. My mother got worried and forced me to go see a nutritionist who diagnosed me with anorexia and bulimia at the time, and I was very upset that this stupid lady found out my plan. I very much knew what I was doing. I was a stupid teenager, so I was on the stop eating diet. The anorexia, at least, was very intentional. The bulimia, not so much. What happened was I would purposely starve myself for so much for so long that I would binge eat. I would eat a lot very quickly, so quickly that I would feel so full that I'd throw it back up all by myself without having to force it out. I realize that sounds really sad and really fucked up, but you have to understand, in Sri Lanka, in a developing country, eating disorders, very privileged category of disease. Is getting a whole bunch of credit for something so many people around you are doing anyway, being hungry. It felt disrespectful, it really did. I'm sure every night I was retching into my toilet, there was a beggar outside listening to that bullshit like, this motherfucker. I felt disrespectful, I really did. I felt like a shitty Gandhi. Because this man wasn't actually poor, he was a well-educated lawyer that pretended to be poor to make the British leave in the only language they really understand, passive aggression. Poverty was optional for this man, and that's not how poverty works in real life. Poverty is a poverty if it's optional. Poverty, when it's optional, is camping. And I do not condone this behavior. It's not acceptable. What are you doing sleeping outside for no reason?